Today on Karamo, her daughter just passed in the house you all live in.
Yes.
Their daughter's sudden death led to non-stop partying with her sister.
I know I'm the wild one.
3 a.m., you're married.
Is he being overprotective or controlling?
It was so nice that night.
She was kicking, she was smiling.
3 a.m.
Is her grief the real issue?
That was my daughter.
Are you blaming yourself for her death? Plus, she got a shocking message about her man. She said, I still have his underwear. We're unlocking both their phones.
No, I didn't.
Hopefully we'll get through it.
The whole truth will lead to a situation no one ever expected. Hey friends, so my next guest, Lynn, reached out for my help in saving his marriage with his wife, Val. Val and Lynn have been married for 9 years, but Lynn says lately Val is more interested in going out partying with her sister, Mary, than being his wife. Everyone, please welcome Lynn to the show so we can get his side of the story. Hey, Lynn. And I gotta tell you, these boots sharp. I saw those.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Pleasure
Good.
to
Can I
meet
get a
you.
hug, man?
Yes, sir.
Good. That voice is booming.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't
No,
help
it's
it.
great. It's great. So, Lynn, tell me why are you here? What's going on?
I'm having a little difficulty communicating with my wife now. It seems like we're drawing blanks. We're bumping heads.
Yeah.
It's just getting to a point where I don't know where I stand.
Okay.
I'm not sure where to begin or where to end.
Yeah. Let me go to the beginning. How did you meet your wife, Val?
Oh, I met her on Plenty of Fish.
Oh, yeah,
it was-
beautiful couple.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at that.
my baby. That's my baby. So it was like love at first sight.
Yeah.
I mean, she was everything I actually ever wanted and needed in my life.
And during that time, you were dealing with a lot of loss.
Yeah, lost my brothers. My mother passed when we started dating. And she actually turned around on the toll road, came back, stayed beside me the whole time. And that's the day I fell in love with her.
Got it. Wow, that's a beautiful thing. So you told my producer she's acting out of character with going
Yeah,
out. So
right.
she'd never been going out like this before?
Oh, no. She was just, more of a homebody. I mean, she's always doing events, but now it seemed like it went up a notch. And it's just no time, it seemed like, for us.
And how often do you say your wife goes out?
Oh, Jesus, probably twice, 3 times a week.
So 3 times a week she's partying until 3 a.m. And who does Val go out with?
Mary.
Mary.
Miss
That's
Mary.
Her sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think of her sister, Mary?
Oh, I love her to death. Just don't like her choices.
Okay. And what are the choices she's made?
Well, 3 a.m., nobody belongs in the bar after midnight, especially if you're married.
Y'all agree with that? I want to know. I actually want to know. If y'all agree that no one belongs in a bar after 12, if you're married, clap. Okay. So some people agree with you, some people don't. I just
Well,
was
that's
wondering.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Everybody's up to their own decisions.
Yeah,
their
no.
own choices.
And it's the boundaries of your relationship. I just was curious of what people felt about that. Have you asked Val to stop going to the bar?
No, because I don't want to be that controlling type. I want her to figure what she wants to do and how she wants to do it. If she wants to go out, go ahead, go out.
And when did this behavior start exactly?
The loss of her daughter. It was Brittany.
Okay.
And it kind of took a toll on her because it happened right before Christmas.
This past Christmas?
Yeah, just December the
God.
8th.
Oh, so recently,
Yeah.
a couple months
and
ago.
Then it happened at home.
Oh,
So I understand that she doesn't want to be there. She don't want to be there. She don't want to see this. She don't want to see her room, which I understand. I mean, God, help her, please. But I just want to know where I stand in all this.
so let me get this because I did not know this. So her daughter, is this biologically your daughter or your stepdaughter?
My stepdaughter.
Just passed a couple months ago, 3 months ago.
Yes.
In the house you all live in.
Yeah.
And so since then, she's been leaving the house, going out and partying.
Yeah.
Got it.
Or doing a function or planning a party.
How old was Val's daughter?
She was 25 when she passed.
25 years old. Got it.
Didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Great girl. Yeah.
I mean, all she did was play her video games, and that was it.
What was your relationship with Val's daughter, Brittany?
Well, since we both had heart problems, we both had heart surgery, that's where we connected at. Because we felt a kinship, You got a bad heart, I got a bad heart.
Yeah.
We can get through this. And it seemed to me that we even grown closer. you know, and I'm a type of person that likes to fix things. I want to be able to fix it, and if I can't fix it, I feel lost.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm coming or going.
You want to fix it.
Yeah.
And every time you try to fix it, she shuts down?
Yeah.
Understandable. So how has this also affected your marriage, this death?
It's hard. It's hard because I love my wife, and I know she's going through it, and I just want her to get the help that she needs. And I'll do anything.
Yeah.
I'll do anything for her.
Got it.
You know.
Okay, so Val's sister, Mary, is also here, and she sees things a bit differently than how you see things.
I would
Everyone,
imagine.
please welcome Mary to the show. Hi, Mary. You look beautiful. So,
Really nice.
Thank you.
you see things differently. How do you feel about what you just heard?
Well, all I know is that me and my sister is like this. And we've been like this since day one. You know I'm the wild one. But, you know, I just try to be there for her,
Yeah.
especially if she lost her daughter. So, yes, I do go out. And he right, you know, we supposed to went for one drink. Hey, it turned to 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know it was going to cause a problem because I'm used to staying out like that.
But do you feel like you're just being there for your sister?
That's all I was doing. But I didn't think it was going to cause a problem. If I would have known that it would have caused a problem, then I would never have let her stay out the bar till 3 o'clock in the morning.
So you told my producer that you think that Lynn is controlling.
Yeah. But just let her smile. Let's let her just enjoy herself.
She could smile with me.
Is he being overprotective or controlling?
It was so nice that night.
She was kicking, she was smiling.
3 a.m.
Plus, she got a shocking message about her man. She said, I still have his underwear. We're unlocking both their phones.
It's just no time, it seems like, for us.
So 3 times a week she's partying until 3 a.m. And who does Val go out with?
Mary.
Mary.
Miss
That's
Mary.
Her sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think of her sister Mary?
Oh, I love her to death. Just don't like her choices.
Hey, it turned to 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know it was going to cause a problem because I'm used to staying out like that.
You told my producer that you think that Lynn is controlling.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Like, say, like, if she put on something nice, she lost a lot of weight.
Okay.
And she wants to show it. That night when I was down there, she had this outfit on, you know, the cleavage. He hurt her feelings when he didn't say, you look nice. He said, go take that off. Where's you going with that on?
So
Well,
why did you say that?
Cleavage, hanging out,
Yeah.
going to a bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I understand, do what you want to do, but come on, after so much of a distance of the, come on, man, cover that
She's
up.
beautiful.
But if she is trying to find something to make herself feel beautiful, especially in such a
She's
hard time.
already beautiful.
She's very beautiful.
She started out beautiful.
And she always been that way.
She's always been a beautiful
But
woman. And,
she lost weight.
yeah.
And she wants to show it.
So you say that Lynn always wants Val next to him.
He wants Val where she can be.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
You know?
Is that true?
Yeah, it is true. I mean,
Well, you told me earlier you're not controlling. I'm hearing two
I
things
mean,
that
it's
could
not
be controlling.
It's not about being controlling. I mean, I like to be able to see what's going on. You know, I'm nosy. I like to keep it.
Or
keep
you
up.
want to be in control.
No, I don't think so. I'm not
Okay.
a controlling person. I don't think so.
When we go out
I might
or
be.
do something,
Yeah,
he want to
okay.
call.
I might
that's
be.
growth, okay.
I might be.
You know,
I
want
might
to
be. I
call,
could
or
be.
she want to call, or he want me to. You know, it's just like he want her right there.
Yeah.
You know, he
Yeah.
want to. You know,
Yeah, maybe I am
let
a
her
little needy.
breathe, let her get out, let her enjoy herself with me.
Yeah.
I'm not a bad influence.
First of all, let me also say, Lynn, I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm sorry for both of you that your niece has passed away.
Yeah.
But were you trying to take her out before your niece Brittany had passed away?
My sister's not a going out person.
Got it.
She's not. And when Brittany passed, it at least seemed like I need to get out. So that's what I did.
Got it.
We're going to go have fun. We're going to have some drinks. And then when we went to the bar, we seen everybody that we knew in there that she haven't seen for years.
She was able to reconnect.
Yeah, so that's why we was in there till 3 o'clock in the morning. She's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
If he knows his wife like he say he know his wife, then he should know that she would never go around and cheat on him.
Well, actually, it's not so much of her cheating on me. It's not that I'm concerned about her. It's what I'm concerned about the other people in the bar. Like the neglected to be told that 2 men walked up and greeted her. You know, that they were trying
And
to
what she did was she told him that she was a married woman.
Okay, why put yourself in that position? Why even
It was just a bar.
entertain the
It was just
idea?
a bar. It was no
Why are you gonna
harm.
entertain
Because when a
the
person say that they
idea?
married, they're going to go on about their business. And that's what they did. They went about their business, period.
Okay. So listen, I want to go back to your niece a little bit because I know that I'm about to bring Val out, and I want to know
Jesus.
more about your niece, Brittany. Tell me about her.
Brittany is one sweet, kind-hearted person.
She was
There
an
she
angel.
go right there. The way her glows right there, that's her.
An angel.
She was so gorgeous. You know, she was 25.
Just a baby.
I've been around her when she was born. You know, like I said, me and my sister's very tight, and when she had the kids, beautiful girl, 25,
Yeah.
and she's not
Haven't
here
even
anymore.
lived life yet.
And that hurts her, me, and everybody else around it.
Can I ask a question? Who found Brittany in the house deceased?
Me and her mother.
So you two.
Lynn
It
and
happened in
Val.
front of us.
Yeah.
What happened in front of you in the house?
Yeah, she died right in front of us, sitting on the love seat, and she passed.
Got it. And it was unexpected.
Yes.
So it wasn't like she was
She was ill.
she was ill, but like you didn't.
We
think she
didn't
was gonna
expect
make
that. No,
Didn't see it coming.
not like that. It came like a storm,
Yeah. Okay.
and it was.
So, Mary, you think that you told my producers you think Lynn needs to give Val a break? What do you
Just a
mean by
little
that?
bit. Not as much. Just enough that she can get room to just be happy. Just smile. You know, I know that's your wife and everything. I know that you love her, but just let her smile. Let's let her just enjoy herself.
She could smile with me.
I understand that, but
She could smile with me.
she smile with you all the time. Just give her a little break. That way she can go and smile for herself. Also.
For the record, do you support this marriage?
I do
see
support
the
my
hesitation.
sister marriage.
Yeah, there was hesitation. I saw
I,
that as
I
well.
support my sister in the marriage because I didn't know Lynn that good when she married him. I thought it was too fast. But you know, my sister, she was happy. She wanted to do it. To me, I thought it was too soon, but it's not my place to state it.
Got it. And they've been married for 10 years now, right?
Yes.
Well, listen, everyone, I want to hear what Val thinks about this entire situation. So please, everyone, help me welcome Val to the stage. How you doing? Let me give you a bit of a hug. Come here. Please tell me, what is hurting you the most about the situation?
What hurts me the most is that I feel like my husband doesn't trust me.
It's not so much that I don't trust you, baby. I just don't trust the world.
Is he being overprotective or controlling?
It was so nice that night.
She was kicking. She was smiling.
3 a.m.
Is her grief the real issue? Are you blaming yourself for her death? Plus, she got a shocking message about her man. She said, I still have his underwear. We're unlocking both their phones. I'm about to bring Val out, and I want to know more about Brittany. Tell me about her.
Brittany was a sweet, kind-hearted person.
Who found Brittany in the house deceased?
Me and her mother.
So you two.
Lynn
It
and
happened in
Val.
front of us.
I feel like my husband doesn't trust me.
It's not so much that I don't trust you, baby. I just don't trust the world.
You know that I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize us.
Why put yourself in that position?
So tell me, from your point of view, why are you going to the bar with Mary?
Just to get out and do things, girl time. And I didn't feel there was anything wrong with that, but in his eyes, it is.
Why do you think he doesn't trust you?
Because of Mary.
Husband and friend.
I sure do.
Yeah.
I got a husband, a friend. Yes, I do.
You got a husband and a friend.
I sure do.
Yeah.
You think Val is going to be influenced by the fact that she has a husband and a friend, that she's going to want a friend as well?
I would hope not, but I doubt that.
She would never do that.
Would you ever put yourself in that
Yes, I do.
position?
No, I wouldn't. Because I know what I have. I love my husband, and I
love you
would
too,
not do
baby.
anything to jeopardize that. What Mary does, that's her business.
Thank you. It's good to hear.
I'm so sorry about your loss of your daughter. I know you've heard that a million times, but I really am sorry.
Thank you.
So you don't want to stay in the house because they're memories.
Correct. It's just too much. Everything is Brittany.
Yeah.
I sit across from where it happened, and it just brings back, just constant, just replaying in my head. I'm just hoping, like when I look at the steps, I just remember her coming down the steps. It's like, it's just constant, a reminder of everything, because that was my daughter.
Yeah.
And just being at the home, just too many memories. And so I do what I do just to try to stay away from there. And it's just being, especially when you be in a house, it's just quiet.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
She's right.
With her not being there, you know. And
Yeah.
so I just do whatever I can just to get out, just to get away from it.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm trying to exclude him from anything. I try to involve him with it. And, you know, and that's when Mary, she came in and she just like.
And I am so thankful for that. I'm glad Mary came through the way she did, because she was right there at the house with Val. She brought a lot of laughter to Val, which nobody else could. I mean,
I'm a funny person.
I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
get you going. I'm gonna get you going. For real.
What happened the week after Thanksgiving?
That's when we lost Brittany.
Are you blaming yourself for her death?
I do.
Is her grief the real issue?
It was so nice that night.
She was kicking, she was smiling.
3 a.m.
Is he being overprotective or controlling? Is she trying to find some joy in one of the hardest moments of her life? She did try to include you.
At 3 a.m.
Doesn't matter.
You are the five. Get off my stage.
Why do you think he doesn't trust you?
Because of Mary.
But yeah, husband and friend.
I got a husband and friend. Yes, I do.
You got a husband and a friend.
I sure do.
Friend.
You think Val is going to be influenced by the fact that she has a husband and a friend, that she's going to want a friend as well?
I would hope not, but I doubt that.
She would never do that.
Would you ever put yourself in that position?
No, I wouldn't.
I'm so sorry about your loss of your daughter.
Um,
Are you blaming yourself for her death?
I do.
Why?
Because the doctor had called and said that Brittany needed to go to the emergency room because her potassium was too high. She didn't want it, of course, and they said she had to be admitted to ICU because that's how critical it was. I went to work that night, and then I came to visit her after, as soon as I got off work, I went up there. And so it was like, you know, I'm talking to her and stuff, and, you know, she's just upset. And then here it was, you know, the nurse that was in there saying, you know, her level's looking a lot better and stuff, you know, so she probably won't stay in ICU. I said, well, let me go home and get me some rest. And I'm gonna start prepping because we was preparing for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And so he wakes me up. Brittany discharged. What do you mean, Brittany? This is how I'm looking like. What do you mean she discharged? She was in ICU.
Yep.
So I call up there, let me speak to the nurse. So she put the nurse on the phone. So he was like, her levels are looking a lot better. We're moving her to a regular room. But she don't want to stay, and we cannot make her stay.
Yeah. Got it.
It's like,
So you feel as if you would have stayed, you could have convinced her to stay in there. But because you went home to get rest, you feel like that's what set this in motion. Okay.
that's how I felt.
Yeah. I got to tell you right now, what were you about to
I
say?
keep saying, telling her that's not her fault.
Yes.
You can't predict what's going to happen.
Yes.
And that's what's eating her up inside.
Yeah.
She's even,
Your sister's telling the truth.
yeah.
You know, your daughter made her choice in that moment. And sometimes as parents, we don't understand why they make the choices. We feel like if I were just there, I could have told them, make a better choice, do this. But that has nothing to do with you. And I know that in this moment, because it's so recent, it's going to be hard for you to realize that. I know it's going to be hard for you to think about that because you're like, I'm mom. I'm supposed to do everything to protect my child. But you did do everything. I hear that story and I don't see a single thing you could have did wrong, Mom. You did everything that was right, and you also needed to rest.
We be trying to make trips to go places so we could just get her away. You know, that way she could relax her mind and she won't have to think about working. She can just chill, just think about herself.
Yeah. Is this the first time going out with your sister that you're kind of having that opportunity to think about yourself?
Yeah, we had fun too. We was kicking it. We was kicking. She was smiling.
This is your first time to feel like you're getting some time for yourself to,
Yes.
to kind of take your mind off the stress?
Yes, I mean, it was so nice that night. I mean, it wasn't intention to be out that late. It was
You
supposed
can't
to
tell
be
me to
one
have me
drink.
one drink.
And it didn't end up like that.
Yeah.
It was like drink after then, you know.
Yeah.
And then as we got in there, when we got in there, you know, we started seeing it was like a reunion from
Yes.
from people that we grew up with, and everybody just hugging, and they heard about Brittany.
Yeah.
It just felt good. And then I just happened to call my husband, you know, on FaceTime,
3
you know.
a.m.
And,
But
you
she
know,
was calling you to include you.
yes.
Not at 3 a.m.
To let her know that he was having
Because
fun.
this is what I got to tell you, because this is what I'm seeing right here. I'm watching the joy that has come around you telling that story. And I think that anybody who has went through what you went through deserves to get their joy however they can. But I realized something. Lynn, you said to me immediately that your issue is that you feel like you're losing your wife and that the communication is broken down.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I just heard that in the moment your wife went to the bar the first time to experience something that was going to bring her joy, to be able to be around people, she did try to include you.
At 3 a.m.
Doesn't matter. She's trying to find some joy in one of the hardest moments of her life. And she was still thinking about you to the place that she would call you.
I didn't even think about it like that. Maybe I've been doing this all wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm
When it
truly, I'm
comes to
sorry.
grieving,
Truly, I'm sorry. Love you. I'll do anything to make it right.
when it comes to grieving, we have to remember that we have to communicate to the people around us that this is the way I grieve and I need your support. Because what happens, we just assume that people will understand, but we all grieve differently. Do you think that you can be more honest with him and talk about what you need as you're grieving?
That would be so awesome.
I think I can, but sometimes when I try to discuss things with him, I feel like he shuts me down. Like sometimes I feel like he don't hear me. And then I start shutting down.
But I can understand where that comes from. It's because you told me at the beginning, your exact words is that when things are going wrong, I want to fix it.
Yeah, I want to fix it.
And so right now, she's telling you, I don't need you to fix it. I just need you to hear me. And especially when it comes to grief,
Yeah.
she just needs you to listen.
I'll do more of that. I'm sorry, baby.
Do you believe that he can do more of listening?
I'm hoping he will.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll give you everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll get out of that house a lot sooner than you think.
Yeah. Well, listen, you know, something that you said, because when I heard that story about the fact that you all were in this space of, in your house when you lost your daughter, I immediately want to tell you that I want to support you in that. So I want to give you a down payment or for first month's rent so that you can find a new place, because I know how hard it is. And do you also additionally, would you like some therapy?
Oh, definitely.
You definitely would? Because I think talking to somebody would be great, yeah? I'm glad that I could give you the support, and I'm glad that you have these things to walk away with today. I'm glad that your husband has got it. I'm glad that you have your sister. I'm really sorry for your loss, but know that we're all here for you,
Thank you.
okay? All right, everyone, stay with us. We'll be back with more. She got a shocking message about her man. She said, I still have his underwear. We're unlocking both their phones.
No, I didn't.
Hopefully we'll get through it.
The whole truth will lead to a situation no one ever expected. No one does Nosey better than me. Photos. We found 378 photos.
He good when he do it, because I don't know how he fell there.
These are years of snooping, okay? I know you nosy too. Head over to Nosey where you can watch full episodes of The Karamo Show and be nosy with me. My guest, Tammi, was on her way to buying a house with her fiancé, Eric, but her plans came to a screeching halt when Eric snuck out in the middle of the night and ghosted her. 3 days later, Eric resurfaced, but so did multiple women, claiming to have had sex with him. Tammi received this message that said, "I can prove he cheated. I still have his underwear." Despite the dirty laundry, they got back together. But now Eric suspects that Tammi has had revenge sex. So they're here for me to unlock each other's phones to find out if cheating and lies have stopped. Everyone, let's welcome Tammi to the show to get her side. Hi. You have a hug, Tammi?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How are you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good. So let's talk about that message.
I don't know, it was crazy. I was driving.
Is that your man's underwear?
Yes, it is. I did the laundry 100 times. That's definitely his underwear.
Wow.
Yes.
So you knew that she was telling the truth?
Yes.
She said you are aware that Eric Blank was staying with me when he left you in the middle of the night. I still have his underwear.
Yes, he left when I was sleeping. And I woke up to him not being there, and then I had to work. So I didn't hear from him until Monday, and he said he was at his mom's house. Well, lo and behold, he wasn't at his mom's. I get this message as I'm driving with him in the car. I pull over, and I actually hit him, and I kicked him out of my car. And then he had to walk back to my house for his car.
And there was a second message from this woman.
Yeah, there was multiple messages from
Okay,
this
can
woman.
we see
yeah.
it? But on Saturday, he was begging me and crying to me of how much he loved me and needed me. So he,
Yes.
with this other woman, he's saying, "I love you."
Yes.
What went through your mind when you read
Oh my
this?
God. Betrayed. I felt like my heart was ripped out of my chest.
I'm
like,
sure.
yeah, because I just trusted someone. I'm older. I don't need this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else did the woman tell you about?
Oh,
Eric?
she told me all about what they had, like all the sex is in detail too.
So she was being messy.
Yes.
And you confronted Eric about this. What did he say?
He didn't really have much to say.
But then you started hearing from other women.
Well, what happened was I got his phone.
Uh-huh.
His phone, and I found multiple messages with other women that he cheated on with. And
what were they saying?
I confronted them all, and they all told me the truth.
Did he just come right out and say,
He
"Yeah,
didn't know
I'm
what
doing
to
it"?
say. A few times he said they were lying, but I talked to these people on the phone. I called each individual person up and talked to them. And I was single for a year prior to this due to this stuff. And I didn't want to deal with it again.
Yeah, you were tired of the cheating.
Yes.
The dishonesty.
Yes.
So what do you think I'll find when I unlock his phone?
I hope nothing, because he's been telling me that he's not doing anything.
You said out of your own mouth, "I'm older. I don't need this."
Yes.
You told me you're hurt from your past relationship. So why take Eric back? After you hear him, you talk to these women, you're seeing them face to face. Why
Well,
take him
he
back?
promised me, and he got a new phone. He got rid of all of his social media, and he went under my phone plan, and he doesn't have a lock on his phone. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I want to, trust him. So I'm hoping that everything is good today.
And so y'all been together for 1 year.
Correct. In March, it'll be a year.
So you haven't even made a year yet, and you've heard about multiple women
Yes.
sneaking out of the house.
That was his nature. Like, he always cheated on all his women. He even told my son that he cheats on all his women.
And now he's accusing you of revenge sex. How does that make you feel?
Well, I told him what I was doing when we weren't together. It shouldn't matter because I wasn't with him.
Yeah.
So-
So when you found out that he had sex, did you break up for a little bit?
Yeah, we broke up, and then that's when I was talking to someone, and I had one date with somebody, and I told them all about it because I had nothing to hide. We weren't
Yeah.
together, so it was
But then
cheating.
once you got back together,
yeah, I
you
didn't
cut
talk to that person at all.
So Tammi wants my help to unlock her man's phone to find out what else he might be covering up. But Eric also wants to unlock Tammy's phone. And let's find out. Everyone, please help me welcome Eric to the show. How you doing, Eric?
Good.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet
Nice to
you.
meet you, sir.
So, I got to start off. Was that your underwear?
Yeah,
Okay. And,
Yeah, I knew it was.
And why did you leave in the middle of the night?
because I felt like a roommate at the time and not in a relationship because there is no love and affection there at the time.
Okay.
Well, you should
And-
have just broke up with me. Just leave me,
It just-
right?
We were roommates. She didn't touch me.
Who's lying and who's telling the truth? I guess it's time to start unlocking these phones. We're unlocking both their phones.
No, I didn't.
Hopefully we'll get through it.
The whole truth will lead to a situation no one ever expected.
the foul. Get off my stage.
Is that your man's underwear?
Yes, it is.
What went through your mind?
Betrayed. I felt like my heart was ripped out of my chest.
I'm sure.
I got his phone.
Uh-huh.
And I found multiple messages with other women that he cheated on with.
I gotta start off, was that your underwear?
Yeah. I felt like a roommate at the time and not in a relationship.
Okay.
Well, you
And-
should have just broke up with me. Just leave me.
It just-
Right?
Why didn't you just leave her instead of like going and cheating?
Well, I did just leave in the middle of the night, and then I figured it was kind of, it was over at that point in time.
But
I thought
was
it
there a
over.
conversation you had before to say it's over?
No, it was more like we were roommates. She didn't want to do nothing. She slept at the opposite side of the bed. She didn't touch me. She didn't kiss me. She didn't
I
do
was
anything.
tired from
so
working. Like, I
that
always
kind of
work.
pushed me out of the relationship, and
Yeah.
that's why I did what I did, and I regret it.
Yeah.
That's why I've changed, and I've stopped cheating, and I love her to death, and
Okay. And so why do you want to unlock Tammy's phone?
because there's times that there's people that she talks to that I might not trust, but
I'm a waitress, so I talk to like I'm very
and
social
yeah,
butterfly.
she talks to anybody that's willing to talk to her,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the other reason why I like to find out what's going on. And we come under the agreement to unlock our phones, and you know what I mean, instead of trying to hide
we got
stuff.
a new
and
phone, a
Yeah.
new phone
And-
number and everything.
I'm not on social media. I don't talk to anybody. I go to work. I come straight home. I got GPS on my phone, so she knows every.
Yeah, I always have. I watch where
She knows
he's at all
everything
the
but
time.
going to the bathroom. So it's.
And sometimes
it's
I
kinda
can't
like
even go to bed.
I don't have time to do anything.
But do you both recognize that's really unhealthy?
It is unhealthy. It is, but for right now, I have to.
I only did it because to prove that I'm not doing anything.
Yes.
That's why I agreed to it. Yeah, it's not healthy, obviously not.
In the beginning,
It's
I
not
was
healthy.
never like that.
It's not healthy. You got to have trust in a relationship, and that's what I'm trying to build.
Where's your phone now, to both of you?
They have them.
They have our phones.
Okay then. Where's the old phone?
Oh, the old phone
yeah,
is.
She
Where's the
said
old
she
phone?
threw it in the dumpster at
I
work.
didn't. Actually, my daughter has it.
See?
So your daughter has the old phone.
Yeah, but it's turned off. We don't use it. But
Okay.
she has the phone.
And why are you holding on to that phone?
Just because maybe I want to check it here and there and see if anybody tries messing
For
with him or
what? You
something.
shouldn't
I don't
have to
know.
check it like that. It's junk.
So-
Throw it away.
What phone is it that we unlocked of yours?
The new one.
Yeah, the new one.
The one that you have.
So we did not unlock the old phone.
Correct.
No, that's
Okay.
the one.
That
So the
one-
phone that we have is a new phone.
Correct. It's on my phone plan. And you got a new phone number.
Understandable. Okay. So the new phone is under your name.
And my plan.
Your plan.
Yep.
You can see everything.
Correct.
You have full control.
Correct.
Well, that's going to make this a lot easier for me because I guess it's time to start unlocking these phones because you know this phone. All right, Eric, let's find out what we found on Tammy's phone first. So on Tammy's phone, when it came to the photos, texts, and apps, when it came to suspicious photos, we found 0 suspicious photos on her phone. When it came to text messages on Tammy's phone, we found 0 suspicious text messages. And when it came to apps on Tammy's phone, we found 2 apps that were on her phone. Who's lying?
No, I didn't.
And who's telling the truth? We found 35 text messages.
Hopefully we'll get through it.
The whole truth will lead to a situation no one ever expected. Let's get to the real core of this. So the new phone is under your name.
And my plan.
Your plan.
Yep.
Let's find out what we found on Tammy's phone first. When it came to suspicious photos, we found 0 suspicious photos on her phone. We found 0 suspicious text messages. And when it came to apps on Tammy's phone, we found 2 apps that were on her phone. One is Tinder, and at some point Tammy had Tinder, but the app is
did
no
have
longer.
Tinder,
Yep,
yes.
mhm,
That's
the
why I
app
met
is.
that guy, yeah.
Yeah, the app is no longer present.
Yeah.
But there is 3 guys in your phone saved still that's under
Yeah.
contacts guys from Tinder. It's the name of the guy and then it
Yeah,
says
because
from
it
Tinder.
transferred all from my phone over.
Okay. the second app that we found in your profile was Plenty of Fish, and you visited that one as of January 4th, 2023. Were y'all in a good space at
Well,
January?
they sent me emails all the time, and I just delete them all.
That's
But
probably.
you opened the site and visited on January 4th, 2023.
No, I didn't. I didn't do
Yes,
that.
yeah.
No, I
Because
didn't.
that's when
Unless
we
my daughter
were
did it.
together then.
Okay. Well, we see a login. What do you feel about that we have a login on that date?
I mean, obviously, I didn't know nothing about it. It does hurt me and makes me wonder now, but, you know.
Eric, we unlocked your phone. Tammi, are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. Is there anything you think we're going to find?
No, there shouldn't be that anything I did.
Okay. Well, we checked apps, photos, and texts of your phone, Eric. When it came to apps, we found 0 apps on your phone. When it came to photos, we found 6 photos, all sexually explicit in nature. And when it came to text messages, we found 35 text messages, sexually explicit texts to other women. Now, I will say this, Tammi, everything that the investigator found were screenshots that you sent to Eric when you went through his phone 4 months ago.
Yes, I did.
Nothing new was found since the 4-month ago
Thank you.
point.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
because I did have this old phone and
Thank
take
you.
screenshots. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So, because we had to track that because we had to make sure.
That's
So
fine.
nothing has been found on his phone
Well,
either.
that's good. Well, I'm glad.
So let's get to the real core of this. You two are unhealthy. It's destructive.
Yeah.
You're grown, and you have to track the man you're dating. You're with a woman who's also breaking down your self-esteem. I see you're emotional this entire time.
Yeah.
I don't understand if you've been together less than a year, what is keeping you together?
Because we love each other.
Yeah.
That is not
And we-
love.
and
I don't know. Let me tell you. I know that sometimes as we get older and we start to be in relationships that are dysfunctional, we start to redefine what love is. And then you get to a place where now you're 40, you're 50, and you think, oh, dysfunction is love. But let me tell you, this is not love. This is dysfunction.
Okay.
From day one, you felt as if the woman that you're with didn't want you, that you didn't feel desired, that she wasn't there for you.
Correct.
But then, you then took it a step further because you weren't able to let go and forgive him, and now are controlling his life. And you can't be in a relationship where it's controlling, because all that's going to do is cause more unhealthy behavior more and more.
Oh, yeah, it does.
And also, you're talking to him in a negative way that you're breaking him down. But that's not fair to him either.
No, it's not.
Because if you're going to be with him and you're going to take him back, then either you forgive him or you don't. So the question is, are you going to forgive him?
I forgive him. I was just making sure he was doing what he was supposed to do.
So can you separate your lives? And in the sense of like all this phone connected, all this stuff, would you be willing to do that?
I guess I would, if he's willing to.
I have nothing
I have,
to
no,
hide.
I have
I'm not
nothing to
doing
hide
nothing,
either.
so.
So.
Eric, do you want to stay in this relationship?
Yes, I would love to stay in this relationship, and this is why I handed out $2,000 worth of jewelry for her.
Okay.
Yeah, oh
And
yeah,
at
he
first,
proposed to me
at
on
first,
a parade.
At first, it wasn't big enough, so I had to go
So
get
you
bigger
made a
ones.
gesture and it was not good enough for her?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Eric, I'm going to ask you a question that I sometimes ask women. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the most amazing, where's your self-esteem?
Probably pretty low right now.
Like what, like a 1, 2, 3?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I really am.
Hopefully, we'll get through it.
Because unfortunately, I don't think this is fair to you. I know you made a mistake by cheating. But you shouldn't live a life of torment for the mistake you made. And your self-esteem shouldn't be broken down. Here, let me give you this.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I mean, I just was very hurt
Eric,
in a
what's going through your
relationship.
mind right now?
I just want it to be over. Move on. And have a family and a relationship.
The-
I want this to work because I see there's something in you both that like is wanting this. But there has to be a lot of changes because unfortunately the foundation was broken from the beginning. So what are some steps that you two feel like you can take to rebuild the trust? For you to forgive
now
and
that
to
I know
forget?
everything came back with that, I'm willing to give him the 100% trust back.
And for you?
I mean, the trust was always there for her, but like, I mean, I always had trust in her. I didn't think she would do anything, you know, to hurt me.
Yeah.
But
That's a good step to say that you'll be able to start over, because I see y'all want to stay together. I would say just continue that of saying, like, I got to be able to forgive him. But I want you to know, if you start to feel even worse about yourself, you have to make a choice for yourself to leave. Seriously. Because I know it's often that we talk about women's self-esteem, but we don't talk about that men's self-esteem gets affected too. You made a bad decision. I know you did. You know you did. You're apologizing, and now you're accepting hell to prove that you're gonna do right. But that's not the healthiest way to live.
no,
All right. I wish you both the best.
Oh,
of
thank
luck.
you.
thank you, sir.
Wish you the best of
Appreciate
luck.
it.
All right, everyone. Thank you for being with us. Come back next time, friends, so we can keep talking and growing. I love you all.